Welcome back to Venture Off-Road Australia 4x4. We're currently making our way along the south coast in a very remote part of Western Australia. In the last video, we left Cape Legrand and made our way to the old telegraph station ruins at Israelite Bay. If you haven't seen that episode, make sure you check it out. In this video, we're pushing on towards Bilbunya Dunes. These impressive dune formations stand about 100 metres tall and run into the Baxter Cliffs and the Great Australian Bight. This is one I've been itching to tick off my bucket list for quite a few years, and I'm really happy to be able to take you along for the journey.
Trekking along the coast now from Israelite Bay, pretty much almost heading north here. Out there we're looking out east, but that is the Southern Ocean. Looks pretty nice considering it's the Southern Ocean. Looks fairly shallow, fairly calm. I'm still not going in for a swim, but we thought we're so close to the beach, we're going to be driving right along this beach for, I don't know, something like the next 30 k's, so we thought we'd stop, have a bit of a wander along the beach. The first thing I spotted is a big whalebone. How cool is that? Pretty solid, pretty big. So I don't think I've ever seen a whalebone just washed up on a beach before. No way we're driving out on this beach. The amount of seaweed, seagrass that's along here. And they say in the trek notes we've been following in Explore Oz that you got to watch out on the beaches because the sand washes over the top of the seagrass and it can be really boggy. You can see as we're travelling alone, I don't think that's a good idea to get bogged out on the beach. We do have winch, we do have max tracks. We've aired down to 20 psi for now. If we need to, we can go a lot lower, but that's my sort of starting point for sand. I don't want the sidewalls bulging out too much on the tyres, especially along the track that we're going. It is pretty tight at times, and I don't want to stake a tyre. That would be no fun at all. Bit of rubbish washed up on the beach. But it's a pretty sweet looking coastline. After a few hours of driving just along the beach in the dune there, it's been pretty tight, pretty slow going. I don't think we've got over 20 k's an hour. Finally got to the edge of a salt pan, and what are we going now? About 50 k's an hour, so we're loving this. Speed up our run into camp. It's taken us a bit longer than we had initially expected, but you do get that on the big jobs. Time again. We're somewhere between, shall we say, Israelite Bay and Bilbunya Dunes. The intended camp was Wattle Camp, which according to the GPS is around a couple of k's that way. According to the sign over here, it's down this way. We had a look at both spots and neither of them looked very good at all, so then we headed out to the beach, which is over there, about a k over that way, probably not even, and there was nowhere to camp really over there either. Wasn't a windy night, it was actually quite nice, wasn't even too cold. So we're up this morning. I was up really early actually, woke up about 5:30 and couldn't go back to sleep, so I got up and had breakfast, and since then it's gotten more and more clouded and very windy too. We've got some clay pans or salt pans to cross this morning on our way to Bilbunya Dunes, so thinking although there's not really rain forecast, it's probably a good idea to make a move sooner rather than later. Packing up. Breakfast inside the tent again because it's too windy to cook anything out here, even toast. It's all good. On Bilbunya Dunes this morning. Hopefully, at some point, hopefully this weather will clear up for us. It does look like rain over in the distance over there. And out there too. Interesting. Interesting. Could be a very interesting day. We've only got about 45 k's to travel to Bilbunya Dunes from here. But if it's wet and the salt pans, it might not even be passable. We could even end up just stuck out here waiting for the weather to clear up and the tracks to dry out. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. But we're prepared for whatever the weather throws at us. So we'll just roll with it. Time to get packing up. Towards Bilbunya Dunes, heading along the clay pans. A little bit boggy in sections, but not too bad. So following the old telegraph line in towards Bilbunya Dunes. That's the telegraph line that runs along the south coast of Australia. This section is between, I think, the main telegraph stations would be Israelite Bay and Eucla. We're not going as far as Eucla, we'll turn off out towards Cockabiddy once we get on top of the Baxter Cliffs. Driving has been pretty easy so far this morning, which is good. We thought we could see some rain ahead of us when we were at camp. A little bit worried that the clay pans are going to turn to mush on us, but it doesn't look like there's been any rain so far.
So far.
Coming past the telegraph pole now. Like a track heading out there. It's interesting. Wasn't expecting that one.
This is our track though.
Yeah. Wasn't expecting that. Maybe a little bit slower than Rachel.
I didn't realise. I slowed down though, didn't I? And nothing went ba-dunk.
Actually, maybe we did need to turn off there.
Oh, really? Bazaar.
I think this is going to take us out to the beach, maybe. Just keep going for a minute.
Maybe we can find the beach.
Crazy to think they've been standing for over 100 years.
Yeah, what'd you say? 18 what?
76.
1876.
It's like 140 years.
Yeah.
Following the old telegraph line between Eucla and Albany. Cool little remnant of our past. This was what connected Western Australia to the rest of Australia in 1876 it opened. Apparently before then it'd take up to 3 weeks to get news through from other parts of Australia or the world, and with the opening of the line they were able to get news same day, so that's pretty significant. We've got a bee on our bonnet.
Do you have anything on?
I think it is a bee rather than a fly. Yeah. Doing so well there. In behind Bilbunya Dunes, trying to find our way through.
Big toy.
It's very tight.
As we approached the Bilbunya Dunes, the view was incredible. Massive cream-coloured sandhills rising out of a flat sandy plain. Absolutely worth the day-and-a-half drive to get here. What an adventure.
Bilbunya Dunes, we've made it. Don't know where we're going to camp. We kind of want to camp close to the dune here. So we'll see. Maybe even just down there.
Oh no! How hard it is.
How amazing is this, eh? Back to the cliffs. Apparently some of the longest cliffs continuous cliffs in the world. They just begin down there. That's the Great Australian Bight, all out here, Southern Ocean. Kids are up the top there, we're going to catch up to them. There's our little car down there. I think we've made it to the highest dune we can get to now. 360-degree views. This is spectacular. I've seen photos of this place and I've seen videos of this place. There's somewhere we just had to come to. The kids have been saying to us the last day and a half in the car, why did we even come out here, guys? Well, this is why we came out here. Apart from seeing the Israelite Bay telegraph station and the jetty out there, that was pretty interesting. But this was the prize at the end. And the Baxter Cliffs too. From here tomorrow there's a track that goes up on top of the cliffs there and then travels along the top of the cliffs, so that's the next adventure, and then eventually out to the highway and then across the Nullarbor plain. When we were climbing up the dunes, it was not very windy at all, and then we got down from the dunes, decided to set up camp. We thought we found a good little spot, seemed pretty sheltered at the time. We got pretty much halfway through setting up the tent and it was blowing a gale and we were just going to tear the tent apart, so I had to go searching for a more sheltered spot, which we found. A bit of vegetation down this end of the dunes, so I've tucked the tent right into it. Still sand blowing over the tent, it's pretty nuts, blowing a gale. It is a pretty cool spot though. Kids are up here playing with some rope that we found down the beach. So I've untangled it, just been playing around with it, running around, climbing up the dunes. There they are, playing snakey. Sun setting. Nice early one into camp today. I think we got here at about 11 o'clock. I had a crack at fishing before, but the wind's just blowing way too hard and your casts are almost going behind you. maybe if the wind was blowing offshore, but it's blowing onshore, so no good at all. Even the ocean was relatively calm when we got here this morning. They're just hounding the shore now. I'm so glad that we didn't drive along the beach. It was never really in our plans. We had a look at it last night and pretty quickly decided that we weren't going to do it. Not that we were ever going to do it. But then when we got here this morning, we were looking at it about midday, so it was already a couple of hours past high tide, and there was basically no beach to drive on. We could have waited another couple of hours till it was closer to low tide, but you pretty much got, I would say at the moment, 2-3 hours of time to actually drive on the beach. And if you don't get where you're going to in that time, say goodbye to your car to the Southern Ocean. That wasn't in our plans, so we went through the back of the dunes, through the clay pans. That was pretty tight and scratchy at times. Once we got through the clay pans and up the back, where this hill or big dune, we were driving along the bottom of that. There it is, the roaring Southern Ocean. Blowing my beard everywhere. Nice sunset. Clouds cleared for the moment. Wonder if it'll last and we'll see stars tonight. We haven't seen many stars for the last, I'd say, 2 or 3 weeks now. It's actually still surprisingly a decent amount of beach.
Thanks for sharing in the journey. We'll leave you with one last clip of our solution to a lack of toboggans to ride the dunes. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, like it, share it, do all that fun stuff to show us some love, and we'll catch you next time.